Hello and welcome back to Motivational Mondays with Tumi Mkha. Okay, so we're in really trying times. We are in, I think, like of all the things that we imagined in our life, perhaps we never imagined a time when they would literally say to us, don't go see other people. Like, just stay home. Don't go see other people. And the danger is not actually like something that's in the street, like I don't know, a bomb or war or something. Like the danger is actually in seeing other people or touching other people or being around other people. So it's a very weird time because I mean, obviously there's a lot of fear that's going around. I think the fear has kind of calmed over the last couple of weeks as compared to maybe like 3, 4 weeks ago. So yeah, it's getting better. I need to confess something, right? So 2 weeks ago, I recorded a video, right, for Motivational Mondays. It was about, I think it was 20 things, 20 positive things that can come out or are, okay, let me start again. The video was titled The Bright Side of the Lockdown, of Quarantine, and of Coronavirus. And I actually shot this video 3 times because I kept thinking it's imperfect. And even after shooting it 3 times, I still did not post it. Please don't ask why. I have no excuse for myself. I have no reasons. And I just feel that the video is not that relevant anymore. Whereas 2 weeks ago, I think it would have been more impactful. But anyway, so in summary, there's a video with very amazing positive stuff that you're probably never going to see because of reasons that I also don't know. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is we've become so, like how we're stuck in our quarantine, our lockdown. In South Africa, obviously, we had 21-day lockdown that's now been extended for an additional 2 weeks. And we've become so obsessed with, oh, can't wait for this quarantine to end, can't wait for this lockdown to end so that I can get back to my life. But newsflash, we're actually not going to go back to our lives. I think what we need to come to an understanding of is that we actually are not going to have our old lives back. Even if our president says to us that, okay, tomorrow the lockdown is over, it's not like we're just gonna like run out of our houses and run into McDonald's and Nando's and go to soccer games and conferences and go to the beach and shake hands with people and hug people and kiss people unless they say there's a vaccine or there's a cure for coronavirus, which at this point, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon. So what I want to talk about is life after lockdown or life after quarantining. We should move our heads away from, I can't wait for this to end so that I can get back to my old life, and start thinking about how we can actually move forward, right? So we're going to move into a new phase of living. I don't know if I should call it a phase, but we're going to move into a different way of living. And you and I both need to be prepared as to what our response and our actions are going to be in this new way of living or in this new life. So we must move away from reminiscing about all the things we used to do and the dreams we had, etc., in our old lives where it was normal to have huge halls full of people. I mean, I was supposed to be now starting a 2-woman show with an amazing friend of mine, Lihle Msibang, but we had to put that on hold. It was literally end of April. We were supposed to start with our run of shows in the different cities. We had already started planning. The poster was ready, but we couldn't publish it because there was so much uncertainty happening as to whether or not we're going to be back on stage anytime soon, as our comedy shows were already being cancelled. So now we need to think about how it is that we can still make our dream come true of having our 2-woman show without being in an audience of 150 more than that people, because we don't know what the new regulations are going to be when the lockdown is lifted, right? And I want to talk to you about your dreams. If it includes something that cannot be done because of the era that we're in, the coronavirus era, as I can call it, then you need to start dreaming different, right? You have two options at this point. Well, actually, you have three. Option number one is that you can just forget about those dreams and stop dreaming. Just move on, forget about it. It's not going to happen. Option number two is you can have new dreams, right? So think of new things that you can do. Think of new things that you want to do that are acceptable or that are possible in this new era that we're living in for the time being. I mean, who knows what could happen in the next year or two or something like that. But for now, think of something that is feasible in this era that we're in. And then the third option is your old dreams, revamp, right? So rethink your old dreams. Think of it as your new and improved dreams. So don't lose hope, okay? Don't be discouraged about the time that we're in and think to yourself, okay, so I wanted to be a pilot. I ain't never gonna be in a plane because a plane has got too many people. No, meaning build paper planes. I'm just joking. But think of something either in line with what you had in mind or scrap it and think of something new. But don't like sit on your hands and be like, oh, coronavirus, you have ruined my entire life. We're all victims of the time that we're in. It's true, we are all victims. I mean, I've been in my house for over 3 weeks, right? And I miss being on stage. I miss performing. And now I had made plans to perform to hundreds of people. And yeah, we had like really big plans, and all my plans involve people. Okay, that's what I do. There's a a lady I was speaking to, who were planning to do talks at schools, but on hold now. I mean, schools aren't even open. So I miss that, and all my plans involve people. Yes, we are all victims, but can we move away from playing victim? Even though you're a victim, it doesn't mean you have to play victim and have this victim mindset. Oh, if it wasn't for Corona, you know where I would be. If it wasn't for Corona, if it wasn't for Corona, let's move away. Yes, we are faced with this problem, but what can we do about it at this current moment? You know, I watched Cyril Ramaphosa's speech, right, on YouTube, and like my heart was saddened because people kept on commenting on the live stream. People kept on commenting the same thing over and over again. Rent, rent, like in capital letters with exclamation marks, like, Cyril, we hear you, but rent, rent. And it made me really sad that, I mean, a lot of us live for that, right? That's what our lives are about. Our lives are about paying bills, right? If this lockdown continues, more and more people are going to lose income, and more people might end up homeless, right? Hungry. And that makes me really sad. I mean, I pay my bills here. I live in Cape Town, for those that don't know. I pay my bills. I've got a car, got live in this apartment, there's groceries and wara, and I'm still getting paid because I'm still working. I'm working from home. And I don't face those same problems. But let's say my company decided, you know what, we actually can't afford to pay you anymore, or we're going to pay you half, or whatever reason they decided to let me off. I don't think to myself, oh my word, rent, food. And it might be because I'm privileged enough to just pack my bags, sell my car, sell everything I have, and go home, right? But what I know is that that won't be the end of me. I know I've digressed. This was not even in my notes to share this. But it's just something that I'm thinking about, that I know that no matter what happens to my income, whatever happens to my job, or now comedy's on standstill, what I know for a fact is that wherever you plant me, I will blossom. And that's the mentality we must have, is that coronavirus of ni coronavirus ni, lockdown or no lockdown, our lives must go on. But we need to find a different way of making those lives go on. We can't go back to where we used to be in the past, but it doesn't mean that we should now quit as to where we are now and be like, yeah, but corona. Yeah, but corona. But what about you? I think there's other stuff that I wanted to say, but I won't say it because of time. Oh, this reminds me of comedy when people are flashing you and you're like, okay, last gag, last gag, last gag, I'm out. I want to end with this to say, there's a saying that says tough times don't last, but tough people do, right? A friend of mine tweeted a few weeks ago and she said, tough times are lasting. And my response to her was, well, tough people last longer than tough times. So it might feel like, yes, the tough times are lasting. You said tough times don't last, tough people do. But when the tough times last, you need to remember that the tough people will last longer than the tough times. I've been watching this series, Money Heist, and I think, yeah, some of you may know it. And just the resilience of the professor in Money Heist. Like, no matter what happens, he doesn't go, oh, snap, they've caught us. Oh, we're going to get arrested, whatever. He keeps thinking, what can I do to sort this out? Because he has that mentality that no matter what happens, I've got to win. I've got to. You've got to keep moving, okay? And so I really hope that even during this time, you can keep that mind set. You can keep that mentality and not be discouraged, okay? Um, yeah, my name is Tumi Mkha. Thank you so much for watching, as I had to wash my hair and shower, put on some lipstick just to take this video. My name is Tumi Mkha. I love you so much, and stay encouraged, keep praying, and God bless you.